Hey, this is Mr. Mulla with a quick video to help you out with introduction to functions. So first of all, a function can be a couple different things. When we're talking about numbers or tables, we're talking about x's not being able to repeat. And that's kind of like how it is in life. So like if I go to the store and buy something and it costs $5, and you go to the store and buy something, it should still cost $5. Something can't repeat for something like that. And it's kind of the same thing with graphs. And once we get to the graphing one, I'll show you. So pretty much the rule is x's can't repeat. So here, if a vertical line can intersect a graph at more than one point, aka it's repeating, then it's not a function. So make sure that your vertical line is only touching each point of the graph one time. So kind of the same thing here. So x's can't repeat, so it can't have this y squared in it. So that's usually the big giveaway. A y squared means x's are going to repeat. And the reason for that is because if you have a number, like let's say 3, well, 3 squared is 9, and negative 3 squared, negative 3 times negative 3, is also 9. So it's going to repeat if you have a y squared. So, and all of these with y squareds are going to be the wrong answer. So this one with the x squared and the regular y is going to be our answer there. So here the temperature in degrees Celsius, C, can be converted for degrees to Fahrenheit using the equation F equals 9/5 C plus 32, which describes if it's a function. Okay, so it is going to be a function because if it's whatever, 0 degrees Celsius, that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's only 1 for each one. It's not like it's also like, oh, 10 degrees Celsius is also 32 degrees Fahrenheit. They're never the same. So 0 degrees is 32, 1 degree is 34, 2 degrees is 36, and they each keep changing. None of them are going to end up repeating there. Here, so the graph one, like I was talking about before, so we want which graph is a function of x. So this is when we don't want our line, a vertical line. Take your pencil, take your finger, and put it across this graph vertically up and down. So if it touches more than one point, it's not going to be a function. Okay, so this one is pretty much like the ultimate not a function, because it's going to touch here, 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 it's going to touch here. It touches multiple times. Okay, this one is the right answer because it only touches, if I take a vertical line, a pencil, your finger, whatever you're using, it's only going to touch each point one time. Here we have a couple times where this one isn't a function, like if I take a vertical line right here, well, it's going to touch this point and this point, so not a function. Or if I take it like over here, it's going to touch this point and this point, so not a function. And it does that a couple times on this graph where it touches the same points over and over. And then the same thing here. Like at 2, it touches up here, and at 2, it touches down here. At 5, it touches up here, and at 5, it touches down here. So there's multiple points on this graph. Same thing on the left side. Negative 5 touches there, negative 5 touches there. It touches 2 points if we're holding up our pencil to it. Here, kind of the same thing. The equation below models the height in feet of a softball for t seconds. Y is the height of a ball, the function in time. So it is because each value is associated with exactly one height. The ball is just not going to float there. So again, you're never going to have something repeat. So your time isn't going to repeat. At 5 seconds, it's not going to be 10 feet off the ground. And at 6 seconds, it's not going to be 10 feet off the ground because the ball just doesn't float there. So that's never going to be something that's repeating. So when something doesn't repeat, it's a function. And then same thing here, we can't have those y squareds. So y squared, not that one. So kind of tricky here for x equals 5 or x squared equals y. But if we go back to this one, x equals 5 would just be a straight line up and down on 5. So it's not going to be a function there. So that one was kind of tricky there between those two options. Hope that helps.